Following the circumstances before and after the death of Joker's wife, he goes crazy and tells killing jokes. He tries to explain his circumstances to Batman. Do you think he will understand? Hello, today, Anytime is here to show you the recap of an anime titled Batman, The Killing Joke. Spoiler alert, watch out and take care. On the street of Gotham, Barbara, called the Batgirl, decides to tail the Batman because she finds out her father has called for him. She watches as her father gives Batman a file before she gets a call from Batman asking her to stop a robbery. Meanwhile, Perry Francesco, popularly called Paris France, and his friends Lonnie, drives a truck with some stolen money. Lonnie suggests that since the police are chasing them, they should do away with the truck, but Paris replies they should rather do away with the police. They drive and hit the police vehicles out of their way, but Batgirl jumps on the truck. She pushes the truck near Batman, who drags out the truck with money. Left with no other choice, Paris and Lonnie remove the truck, but Batgirl flies on the part they're on. Lonnie shoots at her on top of the car, and when she crawls to the window, Paris tells her she's beautiful and pushes her away. Batman arrives and takes the men caught at the other part of the truck for questioning, and Batgirl promises him she will catch Paris and Lonnie. Paris goes to his uncle Carlos with Lonnie. Carlos gets angry at him for losing 100 grand and tells him he will take every penny of the money back from him. Paris leaves after this threat. Batgirl works at Gotham Library. While at work, her colleague, Reese, asks her why a pretty girl like her is not in a relationship, and she explains that she has someone she wants and wants to be with, but she's just like an apprentice under the person. As they talk, Reese notices she's doing something on her laptop and asks her what it is. She tells him her father is building CCTV cameras all over the city where you can see half of Gotham from your laptop. As she shows him, she sees Paris and Lonnie breaking into a building. The building is like a gallery house that belongs to Carlos, and Paris breaks in to pack the money there. He tells Lonnie that before Carlos notices anything's gone, they will have disappeared. As they take the money, Batgirl arrives. Paris replies that he's been expecting her, and she beats up Lonnie and the other guy. As she fights with Paris, he comments about her again and sprays her sleeping gas. She struggles to leave there, and they escape. The police arrive at the crime scene alongside Batman. He tells her Paris is a narcissist, one of the worst ones he's ever seen, and Paris will make a person feel good before destroying the person. He asks Batgirl why she invaded the building before he arrives and tells her it was her father that gave him Paris's file, and Paris is too much for her, so she's off the case. She gets angry at him and asks if his words are laws. He tells her that his words are laws, and she must obey them. Batgirl returns to work angrily and tells Reese about her crush. She says it's like she's learning yoga from him, but he's too commanding. She continues and says, although he has always been commanding, she has been fine with it, but this time, it's too much. On the other hand, Lonnie calls some girls to have fun with Paris on a yacht. As the girls leave, Paris tells Lonnie he has succeeded in hacking all of his uncle's accounts, and at about the same time, Carlos calls. Immediately, one of them picks up Carlos's call. A shootout begins that kills one of them, but Lonnie and Paris escape. They go to a part of the yacht where they take oxygen and enter the river before the assassins enter. When the killers are inside the yacht, it explodes and they die. Later, Batman shows Batgirl a video message from Paris when he tells Batgirl that he's now the wealthiest man on Earth, and he has a gift for her. He tells her she should go back to where they first met, and she will see the gift there. Batman refuses her offer to go. He asks her if the first place they met was the warehouse, and he sends the police to check the warehouse. However, as Batman leaves, Batgirl goes to the first place they met, the road where he pushed her off the window. She finds a telephone there, and he speaks to her. He tells her the real gift is at an apartment, and he orders her to go to his uncle's office. As she enters the office, she doesn't find anything at first until she sees the remains of Carlos inside the wardrobe. She gets angry at him for dragging her into the commotion. She tries to escape from the office, but some of Carlos's men find her. She fights them until she meets Batman, who drags her to the rooftop. He gets angry at her and reminds her his word is the law. He tells her never to get involved in Paris again, and if she doesn't obey, she should leave. She replies in anger and hits him. He allows her to hit him until he falls down. She lies on him and keeps hitting him until she finds herself kissing him. She kisses him, undresses, and they have intercourse. She returns home regretting her actions, then goes to work, telling Reese that since she had intercourse with a yoga instructor, he has been avoiding her. Reese advises her to speak to the yoga instructor and she takes the advice. She goes for coffee, and as she leaves, she overhears a couple having relationship issues, where the boyfriend tells the girl he needs space. She interferes and hits the man, telling him he now has space. She goes to the rooftop, where she calls Batman. She asks about Paris, and he informs her he heard the news that Paris is at the cargo, and that's where he's going. She asks if she can join him, but he refuses. She also asks if they can see later, and he doesn't reply. So she angrily tells him it's just intercourse, and he doesn't have to take it personally by ignoring her. He tells her he will speak to her later and ends the call. As he gets to the cargo park, Paris throws bombs at his Batmobile. He struggles to escape. Although already injured, Batgirl sees the smoke from the rooftop and feels something's wrong. Paris sends some men into the pack and kill Batman. Amid all this, Batgirl arrives. She attacks Paris and hits him repeatedly in anger. The police eventually come to arrest Paris, and at this point, Barbara figures she isn't fit for that profession and decides to retire. She returns Batman's equipment to him and quits being Batgirl. Later, Batman finds several dead people in a hall. Their skeletons found, and he suggests that they have been dead for about 3 years, and it's Joker's work. He calls for Barbara's father, Commissioner Gordon, who takes him to the prison where Joker has been imprisoned for 2 years, and finds out Joker has left, and it's an imposter remaining inside. On the other hand, Joker buys a playground and kills the owner. While there, he remembered his wife and how he struggled with his career of being a comedian so he could take care of his wife and kid. He then goes to Barbara's home, where he shoots her in the stomach. She asks him why he's doing this, and he says it's because he's gunning for the final joke, and her father will be by the bat. He kidnaps Gordon's and leaves with him. Batman visits Barbara at the hospital, and the doctor tells him Barbara will never walk again. She informs him of Joker's words and asks him to save her father. At the playground, Joker asks homeboys to strip Gordon naked. They put him on a ferry, and they drive with him. He remembers when he went to meet some men who told him he would steal for him and be financially independent forever. They told him he would put on a red hood during the operation and he won't be caught. During the negotiation, some police officers come to meet him, and they tell him his wife has died and an accident happened at home. He returns to the men and tells them he's no longer interested in the deal because his wife, for whom he needs the money, is dead. The men refuse. They show him a gun and tell him that anyone who gets to know about the job without joining dies. He goes with them that night. As they reach the chemical research center, they make him wear the red hood and then enter. Unfortunately, the police await them there, and the men get shot. Batman arrives and orders that the shooting should stop. Then, he tries to get the Joker, who bumps into a chemical tunnel and finds himself on the other side. As he removes the hood, he becomes the Joker and laughs maniacally. At present, Batman keeps looking for the Joker. He eventually gets an invite to the park, and as he gets there, some of the boys attack him. He hits them and goes to Joker, who has Gordon in a cage. Joker laughs and runs inside, and Batman releases Gordon. He covers him with clothes and asks him to remain with him till the police arrive, but Gordon asks him to find Joker and bring Joker by the book, meaning by the law. As he enters the park, he hears the voice of the Joker, who says, "Doesn't Batman see that everything in the world is a joke? And why does Batman take every joke personally?" He insists that he doesn't know what turned Batman into what it is, and it might be an unfortunate event like what turned him into what he is, but it's all jokes. Batman eventually enters a room where he finds Joker, and Joker attacks him. Joker says it's all a joke and asks why Batman doesn't see the joke. Batman hits him and tells him the joke has been said repeatedly and isn't funny. He brings a gun, and Batman pushes him out of the window. As he clocks the weapon, he finds out it's fake. Batman tells him that no matter what the person goes through, it shouldn't shape the person. And despite all he has done to Gordon, Gordon still asks that everything should be done by the book and that a real man doesn't go crazy. He says he doesn't want to hit Joker again, and he doesn't know what turned him into who he is, but he will try to help him. However, Joker refuses the offer, telling him it's too late. Joker tells a joke about two crazy people that attempt to escape their asylum. The first one jumps, but the second hesitates. So the first one offers to shine a light so the second one can climb on the ray and get to the ceiling, but the second one refuses, saying the first one can switch off the light at the middle and he will fall. Joker starts laughing, and Batman eventually joins. At one point, Joker stops laughing, but Batman continues till the movie ends. Thanks for watching the recap. Kindly subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post the next recap.